Hi there, welcome back to Professor Snyder's, that's me, Music Biz News. So, this is Xenia Monet. Now I think I'm getting the first name correct. And in case you haven't ever heard of Monet yet, after a bidding war between record labels, she just signed a $3 million record deal with Hollywood Records by ex-Interscope executive Neil Jacobson, who is known for signing Lady Gaga and the Black Eyed Peas. Monet's breakout single, How Was I Supposed to Know, climbed into Billboard's R&B digital song sales top 10 and reached number 22 on the overall digital song sales chart. She had the number 1 album on iTunes R&B, number 5 album on Apple R&B. She had the number 14 top song on TikTok, which had 130 million views. Her Reels regularly top 100,000 views on Instagram. Her 5-song catalog has generated an estimated $52,000 in revenue to date. I Asked for So Little, another single, has an estimated 1.56 million streams. She's built a digital audience of roughly 465,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, and her catalog has garnered 9.8 million on-demand official US streams and 11 million global streams on just Apple and Spotify. She's had 17 million streams in just 2 months. 5.4 million streams occurring in just 1 week, the week of September 5 through 11. She charted on Billboard's Emerging Artist at number 25 and Hot Gospel Songs at number 21. And on September 19th, she signed her second publishing deal. This is Monet. She isn't human. She's an AI artist. And I'm curious if there's going to be a pronoun just for AI people. Seems like there should be a pronoun just for them. Anyway, the record label is Hollywood Records. And you might remember my mentioning Hollywood in a previous podcast of another Suno AI artist being signed by Jacobson. I'm Oliver. And as I mentioned earlier, there was a bidding war for Monet between the record labels. It wasn't easy finding a label that would sign her. As first reported by Billboard, record labels took meetings last week with Xenia Monet, a little-known R&B act who's racked up millions of streams. When label executives recently hopped on a Zoom call to talk business, she joined without video. And when they asked her to sing, she declined. The record companies backed away from Jones after learning that Suno was used to create the songs. In meetings with prospective labels, Monet, in answer, told executives that she owned her recordings as a Suno subscriber. The record label's CEO, Jacobson, sees Monet not as a gimmick, but as the future of artist development in an AI-powered age. Xenia Monet isn't just an experiment, Jacobson said. She's the first in a new wave of artists where AI and human creativity combine. We're betting big on her future. This is Talisha Nikki Jones. She's Monet's creator, the human actually signing the contracts. On Monet's Apple Music profile, Monet is credited with vocals and engineering and production, while the creator, Talisha Jones, is credited as the lyricist. She's a 30-plus-year-old small-town poet and entrepreneur in Olive Branch, Mississippi. She studied at the University of Mississippi. She's the owner and CEO of a design and print shop, Nikki's Designs and Prints, LLC. She has a storefront. She's also the owner and CEO at Snap Me Up 360, which places 360-degree camera booths at events that you can rent. She recently opened a school where people can sign up for $150 for 15 courses on learning how to use AI and how to make money using AI. Growing up, music was a part of her daily life. She sang in her church choir, wrote poetry inspired by her family and community, and dreamed of sharing her voice with the world. After college, Jones started a design studio focusing on visual storytelling and branding for small businesses. While her day job kept her busy, her evenings were devoted to writing lyrics and experimenting with music. She recorded demos, collaborated with local singers, uploaded her work to streaming platforms, but nothing gained significant traction. Jones often faced the limitations of traditional music production, studio costs, hiring session musicians, the challenge of standing out in an oversaturated market, which we can all relate to. She said, "I had the songs, the stories, and the passion, but the resources weren't there," she told Billboard in a recent interview. That's when she discovered Suno AI, a platform that allowed her to convert her lyrics into fully produced songs using AI-generated vocals and instrumentation. Jones, with her manager Romel Murphy, carefully released tracks to build momentum on streaming platforms and social media. But when asked about the possibility of copyright infringement, Jones' manager Murphy directed the question to their lawyer, who declined the magazine's request for comment. And the question is valid. As most know, Suno is being sued. And according to the RIAA's lawsuit, stream ripping illegally uses copyrighted material from artists like Mariah Carey and The Temptations. Perhaps that's why some of Monet's commenters hear a mix of existing artist voices in her recordings. Jones' view is that AI is such a controversial topic and a space that a lot of people aren't ready to step in, but understand what times we are in and where we are headed. It's a tool. Learn it, utilize it for whatever career you're in. Labels are surely paying for earned media and buzz around such AI artists, says Nathaniel Bach, a litigator at the law firm Manat. Whether fans develop long-term connections with such avatars, or if they are more of a novelty act, remains to be seen. So the labels are betting on an AI future, but Monet's early success makes one thing clear. Audiences are listening. For every critic worried about the dilution of artistry, there are millions of consumers, everyday people, pressing play without hesitation. In other words, they don't care. And for the record labels, that consumer behavior is a data point too compelling to ignore. For the record label, Halwood, this represents a paradigm shift. Fans may soon follow virtual personas with the same passion as human celebrities, and labels will need to balance creativity, authenticity, and technology be competitive. And it's not only in the music world that these kind of statements are being made. In the acting world, this is Tilly Norwood. How scared should we be of a viral AI actor? A bunch of code is being pushed as the next Scarlett Johansson, a creation that is already causing pushback from real human actors, just like is happening in the music world with Monet. And the studio that created Norwood, they said Norwood represents the dazzling future of the film industry. So it's not just music. So what do I think? Here's an example, I believe, in which AI is being used to enhance and extend creativity beyond the normal natural limitations of what we can do or being up against a very tough industry. I tend to agree with this post by Bab Writing on her Instagram page.
It's woo-woo, it's AI artists, but let me explain something to you, because some of y'all don't have no creativity, so y'all don't really understand how this is working. Okay, Zanée Monet was created by a poet. Did y'all catch that? A poet. She is an actual writer, writing the songs, named Talisha Nikki Jones, right? Talisha didn't think she had the aesthetic, the look to become an artist. So she like, okay, I'm about to switch the game up. I'm about to write my songs and create an artist to perform my songs. And sis got a $3 million deal. But I need y'all to understand, like, all this is AI, it's AI artists. No, ma'am. It is human AI coming together to work collectively, okay? Sis had the words. She got the words. She got the poetry. She got the songs from her own words.
So is AI and human collaboration the future? I think it's already happening. The new era has begun.
You the one they call when the world fall down. The shoulder, the calm, the safest sound. You show up with strength when the room's full of fear. But when you need help, ain't nobody near. You smile through storms, stay quiet through pain. Never let them see you buckle under the strain. You laugh when your chest heavy, tears on